Hi, it's Doc and Skip with the post-show video. So apparently the deep, dark secret in Ben Affleck's past has nothing to do with Matt Damon. Hang on a second, let me try this again. One of the deep, dark secrets in Ben Affleck's past has nothing to do with Matt Damon.
There it is. Last October, Ben Affleck was featured on the PBS program Finding Your Roots. Now, generally when the people go on that show, they find things about them and they tell them to us. This time, Ben Affleck didn't want everything that was found about him to be public knowledge.
One of the points of the show is they find stuff you didn't know about. One of the big revelations about Ben Affleck was something he already knew about his mom.
That revelation, of course, being that she was a freedom rider in the 60s.
Yeah, who is this Freedom? Was that a biker in the 60s?
Civil rights thing, freedom riders.
South Bend, Indiana public schools are sending third graders on field trips to colleges.
Well, that's a good thing. What's your problem with that?
Only black students.
What?
David Moss is the school's director of African American and Student Parent Services, whatever that is. He said he didn't mean to be exclusionary by being exclusionary.
Little delayed today getting to the audio file. Why don't you explain why?
Well, because I got ticked off when I saw the list of everybody that was contributing to Al Sharpton and that bogus organization, the National Action Network, and their convention. And you see the corporations. They are corporations that you likely give money to. Some supposedly conservative corporations.
Josh Earnest was given the opportunity to deny rumors that Hillary Clinton may have done favors for people who donated money to the Clinton Foundation while she was at the State Department. Josh Earnest didn't take that opportunity.
Which means Hillary Clinton's State Department did favors for people who donated to the Clinton Foundation.
When Hillary Clinton was in New Hampshire last week, I noticed something. Anytime anybody is talking to her, she nods her head and says, She did so at that meeting 88 times. Now that's one of those often talked about active listening techniques that people use. She's just taking it way, way too... Shut up!
The White House correspondent from the Washington Examiner, Susan Crabtree, joined us to tell us about a new trade agreement that Obama's working on and how it's going to play out in the Congress.
Now, theoretically, the things contained within this trade agreement are not all that bad. The question is, why weren't they already in place?
And we'll teach you how not to use a public restroom in China.
You know, without context, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Doesn't make a lot of sense in context. All I know is you apparently don't care about border security, illegals invading, identity theft. You don't care about any of that stuff.
How do you draw all that from the fact that I think your stupid ID card sleeve is dumb?
Because you don't care that it actually protects my driver's license with this.
It doesn't
Michigan card. Look, it's got
anything.
See, it's got metal right there in it.
The only reason you'd like playing with that is to annoy me.
No, I'm doing it to, and then see, I put my ID back inside right there, and then in my wallet it goes, and boom, safe.
Doc's had a history of keeping unnecessary protection in his wallet since 1985.
It protects my ID.
Here, I got this for you too.
Oh, okay, so I'm supposed to do this now because I'm concerned about identity theft?
That'll help.
We also told the story of Border Patrol agents who were checking IDs along the border at 1 in the morning. Guy handed him identification, driver's license, social security card, birth certificate, and they went, we know the guy you stole this from. He works as a Border Patrol agent.
So let me get this straight. If you're trying to get into America illegally, it's a bad idea to use law enforcement's personal identification?
With the big push for amnesty, you know one of the big things that's lost?
What's that?
Is the people who legally want to immigrate here. And because of the big push for amnesty, they're backlogged letting those people do it.
And here's the deal, too. If the country can accept 10 million legal immigrants a year, I welcome them with open arms.
But the amnesty is actually screwing the people who are doing it right.
So at this point, what motivation does anybody have to do it the right way? Until we get the border under control and our illegal immigration problem under control, nobody is going to get the help they need.
California legislators are very concerned about immigration and the fact that DC is not doing anything about it. So they're getting ready to pass a whole bunch of laws that will help illegals.
California is very concerned about their non-legal residents. Not so much about the legal residents, though.
I've never been hook up with Hillary drunk.
I've been pretty close.
I think Huma has.
Folks, please follow at Doc Thompson Show and at Skip Lacombe if you're on the Twitter. A link to today's podcast can be found in the descriptions. Also, please subscribe to our videos.
Then answer me this. Has my identity ever been stolen?
No, but neither is mine.